Hey, everybody. I really appreciate all the work that went into tonight, the folks behind the scenes, the folks in front of you as well. They did a great job. Michelle Purdy, where's Michelle at? She should be somewhere. There's Michelle, one of the Lemon sisters. She did an amazing job, set this all up. Thank you very much. Ray Levesque helped downstairs with the food beforehand. That was wonderful, too. And so we had a great time with food and a meal. Michelle set up a great event with this the variety show. And it's been a very good variety so far. So thanks for everybody that's participating with their talents and their varieties. One of the reasons we do this is to have fun together as a church, which I think we're doing that and doing that well. Another reason we do this is to make you aware of all that we do with missions. And so this is a missions event, and we do many things in missions here at the church. We do lots of outreach. We go many places. We do things locally. And so the monies that we raise tonight go towards those things. We went to Guatemala in January, had just an amazing time. And I believe Cory is around. I'm hoping Cory is around. He stayed there a couple extra weeks. And so he spent some time in Guatemala. We're going to Nicaragua in a couple of weeks, and that's going to be an amazing trip. We have 15 people signed up to go and work down there. And so there's just a lot happening, and I could talk for 3 hours, which I don't want to do, and tell you all the amazing things. One of the things that happened while we were in Guatemala, we discovered that one of the key things that they do in the ministry in Guatemala City is they have a feeding program. And the funding for that program that had been steady for many years had changed on the day that we arrived. And the pastor of the church was trying to minister with us, but he was impacted greatly. He was concerned greatly about the program that was dear to him, which is a feeding program in the inner city of Guatemala. And so as a team and as a church, we had the opportunity to shift what we were doing with our resources and really come alongside the church. And really, through the generosity of this church and the team that was there, we were able to provide for them enough resources for them to continue the program while they then searched to get individual sponsors. Cory stayed down after we left, and he's able to attest to what he saw happening in the feeding program. I'd like him to share a few words of his time in Guatemala and what happened after we left with the feeding program.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Thanks for the really warm welcome back, New England, with the really fun 1.5 feet of snow. It was awesome. So, again, I was down there for 6 weeks. I decided to stay a little longer. Like he said, there was a situation with their feeding program. Some things got botched. And I got the opportunity over those 6 weeks to be a part of David's ministry and his feeding program and what he's doing for all the kids down there. Last week I was spending with his nephew, putting together all the profiles for a lot of these kids. And so I got to see the information of all of them. I got to know backgrounds of a lot of the kids and where they come from. It was hard to get to know these kids and then find out that some of them are going to end up losing their sponsorship after the next couple months, after we were able to help out, which has been an awesome blessing. David can't say thank you enough for what we were able to do for him. I was literally a part of everything from going and buying the food at the grocery store, to preparing the food, to serving it, to cleaning it up, to going and getting kids information. And what he's doing down there is, it's really tremendous to see in a third world country how much volunteering time a lot of people put into this. All the money that the sponsor money goes towards the kid, goes towards the feeding program and the food for the school year, goes towards sponsoring them to camp that David puts on every November, goes towards the Christmas and getting new school supplies for the next year. And it's really cool to see that that's all going there. And literally, more than half of the church volunteers their time. They get up at 3:30 in the morning to go make the food for them. They get up 4:30 in the morning to start getting ready for camp in November and get all that stuff done. And I'm hoping I mean, I'm not looking for anybody to take out of what they're already doing. And David wouldn't want that either. He wouldn't want you taking away from what you're helping out here and anything else. But I'm hoping to find some people either here in the church or outside the church to help sponsor some of these kids. These three are three of them I'm hoping to find sponsors for. They're all have really interesting situations. I think it's Kemi. I think that's how you pronounce it. She broke her leg about a month ago, just about the time we got down there. She's going to be in a cast for the next 8 months. And she was a part of the feeding program before, but she was one of the ones that kind of got outside of it. And so she's not going to be sponsored after a couple months. Since she was a part of it, they were able to help her out with the family out getting a cast for her. If she wasn't a part of this, that may not have happened. And walking into their house, which was a couple boards of their stairs and a dirt floor, it's just, it pains me to think that she's not going to get help, in a couple months. The other two are both very big leaders in their FNAD group, which is their youth group, their high school youth group, which is their beginnings to becoming leaders in the church. Something that this feeding program is not just food for them in the morning. The big thing is it's an opportunity for them to become mentors and leaders for the church and become the next generation of leaders for them. Without that, without giving them that opportunity to do that, they lose out on having the new generation of leaders. Without the new generation of leaders, feeding program in the city is going to go down. The village feeding programs that they do are going to slowly dissipate and go away. And there goes this whole ministry that our sister church down there has been working on since 2002. But I can attest that all the money that goes towards this is going towards the kids. A lot of times, this is weird for me standing up here because I'm the guy who goes up there and says, "Oh, look at that commercial. A penny a day goes towards feeding this kid. Wonder where it's really going, And it's kind of hard for me to stand up here and do this because I can say truthfully that this works and this is actually helping. And a part of that, I decided myself to sponsor one of the kids there. Comes from a family of 2 siblings and 3 different fathers. Everybody looked at me when I decided I wanted to sponsor him, and they're like, "He's not the fastest kid in the group, he's a little slow." And I said, "It doesn't matter." I was like, "I see him here at church every Sunday, setting up for church, helping tear down. He's a part of FNAD, the youth group. He's always at the feeding program, helping out the kids. And because he's been a part of that, the feeding program from before, that's why he is who he is." I said, "You don't have to be smart to be a good mentor. You don't have to be smart to be a good leader around here." And that's what I'm praying. God put it on me to bless that kid. So, I don't know. That's, I guess, what I have to say. I don't know if there's anything else you want me to say.
No, that's good, Cory.
I could talk for 3 hours.
I know.
I don't want
Thank
to.
you.
No!
All right. No. Thank you, Cory.
You're welcome.
Cory does have, Cory has some very nice letters from the kids in the program it's all right. He has a whole notebook here of letters that the kids wrote specifically to Stroudwater, specifically to this church, because they knew what our church did, how we stepped in to really kind of save the feeding program in the short term. So he's got lots of those letters. See Cory afterwards.
See me
and
afterwards.
He can read your letters because they'll make me cry. What we're going to do at this time, however, this is a fundraiser for missions. I don't want to surprise you guys with that. I didn't talk to any ushers. Charlie, maybe Paul, Tony, Bill. I've got 2 plates, but with 2 plates, maybe we can make a difference tonight. We're trying to raise some funds to, again, work with the feeding program, work with Nicaragua, work with our local groups as well. And so I've got these 2 handy-dandy plates right there. And so if you're able to help out, we'd really appreciate that. As far as sponsoring kids, if you're able to do that, talk with Cory. What I'll do is as they start, I'll say a quick prayer as they're already walking. Dear Lord, thank you for people's generosity in their hearts. Bless these dollars and cents in their hearts. Help us as we outreach for you. Praise in Jesus' name, amen. So thank you so much for helping out. Thanks for coming here tonight. I hope you continue to laugh and enjoy the many talents and I think there's probably something after me.